Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. To all my wonderful subscribers, both new and returning subscribers, you all are welcomed. In today's video tutorial, I'll be sharing with you all how to make this beautiful circled flared dress with puffy sleeves. You can see it's a princess dart bustier. I will take you through step-by-step guide on how to perfectly cut and sew. Okay, you can see my beautiful client rocking her dress, and it's a well-detailed video tutorial. So guys, do well to watch this video to the end. Subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell to get notified each time I upload a new video. Okay, so guys, let's get started. So here I'll be making use of this beautiful Ankara print, which is about 4 yards, and I'm cutting directly on my fabric. Okay, so guys, to start off with the front pattern of my bustier, as you can see, I've gone ahead to draw my shoulder line. This is my bust line, under bust line and my waistline. Okay, then from my shoulder line down to my bust point is 11 inches, to my other bust is 14 inches, and to her waistline, which is her half length, is 17 inches. Then I added half an inch to it, making it 17.5 inch. Okay, then the next thing to do here is to take her shoulder measurement. Her shoulder measurement of 18 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 9 inches, which is my point here. Okay, then for her front neckline, we are drafting for the front pattern of this dress. Okay, this dress has a wide neckline. Okay, so I will be taking her neckline width for the front pattern 6 inches, which is this point here. Okay, you can see that. And for the length of her neckline, okay, front neckline, I'll be going down by 4 inches, which is here, this point. Then I'm going to use free hand to curve for my neckline. Okay, then coming over to her shoulder point, which is my 9 inches point, I'm going to go down by 1 inch to mark her shoulder slope. So I'm also going to connect my shoulder slope. Okay, then from her shoulder slope point, I'm going to go down by 9 inch to mark for her armhole. Then I'm going to connect this point. To mark for her armhole curve, I'm also going to divide my armhole length by 2 to get the midpoint, which is 4.5 inches. Okay, then I'm going to come in by 1 inch, which is here. Okay, 1 inch. Then to get her armhole curve, I'm going to divide her bust circumference. Her bust circumference of 41 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 10.2 inches. So here is my 10.2 inches, this point here. Then I'm also going to add my 2 inches hemming allowance here. Okay, so I'm also going to connect my point. Then the next thing to do here is to take her nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches divided by 2 will give me 4 inches. So I'm going to add half an inch to it, making it 4.5 inch. So I'll mark my nipple to nipple point at the bust line, on the bust line, and at the waistline. Then to mark for my dart, okay, my princess bustier dart, I'm going to take 1 inch from this side of my bustier, which is this side. I'm going to take 1 inch from here, then take 1.5 inch from this side of my bustier. Okay, I'm going to take 1.5 inch, which is here. Then to my underbust, I'm also going to repeat the same step, 1 inch this side, then 1.5 inch this side. Okay, then I'm going to connect it. Then from my bust line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Okay, bust point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, then curve for my dart. Okay, then from my bust line I'm going to go up by 1 inch. Okay, then I'm going to use my curve ruler to curve for my bust here. Okay, can you see that? Okay, then the next thing to do here, I'm going to take out 1 inch from both sides of my armhole. Okay, to create my armhole dart for my princess dart bust here, I'm going to take out 1 inch, then also use my curve ruler to curve. So guys, this is it for our bust here. Then I'm also going to extend the third dart leg of my armhole dart. I'm going to extend it by 2 inches. Okay, because we took 1 inch here, 1 inch here. Okay, so I'm going to extend it by 2 inches, which is here. Okay, then create a new armhole, also add 2 inches here. Okay, then after that, the next thing to do here is to take our basic body measurements. Okay, coming over to my bust line, my bust circumference of 41 inch divided by 4 is going to give me 10.2 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark my point, which is here. We took 2.5 inch dart here, so I'm going to use the dart here. So I'm going to replace my dart of 2.5 inch. Okay, then add my hemming allowance of 2 inches, which is here. Okay, then to my under bust, I'm going to use her waist circumference at her under bust. So her waist circumference of 39 inch divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5 inch. Okay, so here is my 9.5 inch point. Then I'm also going to replace my dart of 2.5 inch. I'll mark it here. Okay, 2.5 inch, then add 2 inches hemming allowance here. Okay, then down to my waistline, my waist circumference of 39 inches divided by 4, I also mark my 9.5 inch here. Okay, then replace my dart leg of 2.5 inch, then add 2 inches hemming allowance. Okay, can you see that? To create a stylish yoke at the upper bustier, okay, from my neckline I'm going to come down by 3 inches, which is here. Okay, then I'll use my curve ruler to curve. So guys, this is it for our front bust here. I'm going to cut this out now. Okay, so guys, after cutting, this is what we are going to have. Okay, for our front bust here, this is the neck yoke. You can see the neckline yoke. Okay, so guys, to draft for my back pattern, as you can see, I've given my zipper allowance of 1.5 inch. Okay, then here is my bust line, under bust line, and my waistline. So I'll go ahead and take my back neckline width of 6 inches, which is here. Then my shoulder shoulder point of 9 inches. Okay, then for her back neckline length, I'll be making use of 2 inches. Then I'll go ahead and go down by 1 inch for her shoulder slope. Okay, then from her shoulder slope point, I'm also going to go down by 9 inch to mark for her armhole length. Then the next thing to do here is to mark for her armhole curve, and to do that, her bust circumference of 41 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 10.2 inches. Okay, so I'm going to mark my 10.2 inches here, then add my 2 inches hemming allowance. Okay, then I'll go ahead and curve for her armhole. The next thing to do here is to mark for her princess dart for the back pattern. So to her waistline, I'm going to go in by 4.5 inch, which is this point here. Okay, also at her underbust, I'm going to go in by 4.5 inch. Okay, then at her armhole, I'm going to get her midpoint, which is 4.5 inch here. Okay, so I'm going to make a curve. I'm going to use my curve ruler to make a curve. Okay, then extend it like this. Can you see that? Okay, blend it that it don't have to be pointed. Okay, this is for our back pattern. Then at the waistline, I'm going to take out 0.5 inch from both sides of my nipple to nipple line. Okay, 0.5 inch, then connect it this way. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. Then the next thing to do here is to take our basic body measurement. Coming over to her bust line, bust circumference of 41 divided by 4 is going to give me 10.2, which is here. Then add my 2 inches hemming allowance, which is here. Okay, to her underbust, I'm also going to use her waist circumference, and her waistline circumference of 39 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5. So here is my point. Then add 2 inches hemming allowance here. Then I'll also repeat the same measurement here, 9.5. Okay, then add 2 inches here. Okay, then go ahead at her armhole line, which is her princess dart, extend it by 1.5 inch here. Then create a new armhole for the back pattern. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. So guys, this is all for our back pattern. Let me go ahead and cut this out. Okay, so guys, this is it for the back pattern. Okay, to cut for the circled flare part of this dress, as you can see, I went ahead to fold my fabric in a triangular form, just the way you see me doing it here in this video. I'm going to use her hip circumference to cut this flare out. Okay, her hip circumference is 45 inches. 45 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 11.2 inches. So I'm going to place my tape like this. You can see what I'm doing. place my tape like this and measure 11.2 inches, which is this point here. Okay, then I'm going to take my 11.2 inches round. Okay, you can also divide by 6.28 as to get your round circumference. Okay, from my 11.2 inches, which is her hip circumference, which I used as her waistline circumference, I'm going to subtract her half length to get my full dress length. Okay, so her half length is 17 inches and her full dress length is 48 inches, which is this point here. Okay, but I will be adding extra 2 inches to it, making it 50 inches. So I'm going to mark 50 inches round. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you have any questions, do well to drop it on the comment section. I'll be there to attend to you. After tracing my point, I also went ahead to cut it out, just the way you see me doing it here in this video. And this is a simple way to cut for your circled flare. Okay, if you notice that the waistline of your circled flare and your bustier doesn't match, you can as well trim down the waistline in a moderate way. Okay, that's the reason why I added 2 inches to the down hem of my flare. So guys, after cutting, I went ahead to gum my wording to my front pattern bustier. You can see that, and these are the side bustier. Okay, so I'm going to fix my bustier. Okay, you can see if I'm to arrange it, you can see that this line here are matching. Okay, my wording line here are matching, so I'll be fixing my bustier this way. Okay, I'll stitch up like this. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to stitch up like this. Okay, you can see that this is how I'm going to stitch up from. Okay, then also I've gone ahead to, this is for my yoke. Okay, which I will be fixing to my front bustier. You can see my yoke. I've gone ahead to attach my lace. I'm also going to fix it. Okay, starting from here, I'm going to fix it. You can see that. And here is for my back pattern. I've gone ahead to line up my back pattern, and you can see how neat my back pattern came out. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and fix my bustier. Okay, the both sides bustier, then fix my yoke, which I will be doing off camera. Okay, so guys, I'm done with fixing my wording. Okay, as you can see, this is how neat my wording came out. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and iron it. Okay, before using my lining to turn it up. Okay, so I'll be turning it up like this. Okay, this is where I'll be fixing my lining from here. You can see that. So I'll fix my lining this way. Okay, then turn it up like this. Okay, so guys, to cut for my sleeve, as you can see, I've gone ahead to fold my fabric. Okay, I'm cutting for the both sleeve at once. Okay, then the length for my sleeve, what I have here as my length is 15 inches. Okay, then my fabric unfold width, the width here is 20 inches. Can you see that? 20 inches. Okay, because this is a puffy sleeve, I'll be giving 10-inch allowance, which is here. So from this edge here to this point is where I'll be making my gathers. Okay, then from my shoulder point, which is the edge of my fabric, I'm going to come down by 5 inch. Okay, 5 inch, and this point here is called the biceps. Okay, where you measure from shoulder to your armhole, the length is called the biceps. So here is my point. Okay, then I'm going to divide what I have here to get my midpoint. What I have here is 10 inches, so my midpoint here is going to be 5 inches. Okay, And from my marked point, I'm going to come down by 3 inches to make my curve. Okay, so I'm going to curve like this. Okay, can you see that? So the round sleeve here is not necessary because this is a puffy sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to just at the hem of my fabric, I'm going to come in by 2 inches, which is here. Then so this is it. Okay, let me go ahead and cut it out. Also go ahead and notch where your gathers will stop. Okay, so I'm going to make my gathers from this point. If I'm to open it up, this is what I have. So from this point here, I'm going to make my gathers all the way here. So this is how to cut your puffy sleeve. A simple way to cut a puffy sleeve. So guys, for my front pattern, after sewing, this is what I have. You can see my front dress view. Okay, this is the back. You can see how neat it is. Can you see that? Okay, you can see my neck yoke. Then this is for the back. I'm gonna head to fix my zipper. Okay, can you see the back? You can see how neat the back pattern is. Okay, so the next thing to do here is I'll be fixing the both shoulders. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stitch up my shoulder. Okay, then shape my dress. Okay, that will and fix my sleeves. You can see my puffy sleeve. You can see my puffy sleeve. Okay, so I'll go ahead and fix my shoulder, then shape my dress. And finally guys, this is my end result. Okay, you can see how beautiful and neat my dress came out. Don't forget to hit on the subscription button, subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. And if you have any question, do well to drop it on the comment section. I'll be there to attend to you. Bye and see you on my next video tutorial. Thank you guys for watching.